Lookout Mountain is no ordinary mountain. While Chattanooga, Tennessee sits at its base, the mountain stretches into Georgia and Alabama as well. Beyond being a local landmark, it boasts several high-profile attractions. Ruby Falls is home to America's tallest underground waterfall and showcases some breathtaking natural wonders. Point Park, the famous Battle Above the Clouds, preserves a crucial Civil War battlefield. And Rock City, known for its stunning landscapes and both natural and man-made, is best recognized for Lover's Leap and the iconic C7 States marker. Lookout Mountain is truly an all-day adventure. The story of Ruby Falls is one of pure luck. Lookout Cave, deeper within the mountain, was originally sealed off by the railroads, but a man named Leo Lambert was determined to create a new entrance and open it to the public. He raised funds to bore his new entrance, but instead of hitting Lookout Cave, he stumbled upon a previously unknown cave. Inside, he found stunning rock formations untouched by animal life and a towering underground waterfall. He named the cave after his wife, Ruby. The waterfall itself is an incredible sight. Located 1,000 feet underground, it stands at a staggering 145 feet tall and flows all year round. I was lucky to visit just after a snowstorm, meaning the falls were surging with fresh meltwater. One of the cave's more amusing formations is known as Cave Bacon, which you may be disappointed to know is not actually kosher. If you're wondering where all the water goes, it actually feeds into the previously mentioned Lookout Cave below. Despite eventually opening Lookout Cave to the public, it garnered little attention at the time, and soon it was closed. Ruby Falls, on the other hand, became a star attraction of the mountain. Lookout Mountain was the heart of a military campaign that helped decide the American Civil War. The Battle of Chickamauga, the second largest battle of the war, took place in the mountain's shadow, with casualties exceeding 30,000, which was pretty staggering for the time. Other key engagements included the Siege of Chattanooga and the Battle of Missionary Ridge, which followed. But it was the battle above the clouds that was fought on these very slopes. Today, that battlefield is preserved by the National Park Service in Tennessee, a solemn reminder of this mountain's place in history. As it had snowed last night, it's pretty closed right now. There's all this historic limestone at the park, and if they put salt on it, it's going to eat into the stone and erode it. So basically, for the park's actual safety and not yours, they're closing off the park for the meantime. But I just think that's kind of interesting, but I would take you inside, but unfortunately it's not possible right now. A pretty important Civil War battle happened here at Lookout Mountain. It took only a few thousand men, but this really was the beginning of the end for the South, the victory at Lookout Mountain, and the following day the victory at Missionary Ridge for the Union pretty much opened the floodgates of the Union to the South and was able to conquer the heartland due to these couple of victories just south of Chattanooga. Perhaps the most well-known destination on Lookout Mountain is Rock City. Just south of the Tennessee border into Georgia, this unique garden features striking rock formations, winding trails, and breathtaking views of the valley below. On a clear day, it's said that you can see 7 states from Lover's Leap: Kentucky, Virginia, Tennessee, North Carolina, South Carolina, Georgia, and Alabama. Unfortunately, I can't verify this myself, as the mountain was literally above the clouds the day I visited. I couldn't even see the bottom of the cliff, for goodness sake, let alone those 7 states. Many have disputed this claim over the years, and Rock City acknowledges that visibility may have been better in the past, before pollution became a major factor. Unfortunately, there is no definitive study that has either proven or disproven the 7-state story. However, on a normal day, you can see at least 4, so take the 7 states claim with a pinch of salt. But before you get too disappointed, let me say this. Rock City is about much more than just the view. Even in the wintertime, winding trails reveal an enchanting mix of natural and man-made beauty. Some paths weave through tight canyons so narrow that even thinner adults may struggle to squeeze through, and that included me. Others cross over stone bridges suspended high above the ground. Adding to the charm of Rock City is its fairy tale theme, which beckons visitors off the beaten path. I originally came for the view, but I ended up thoroughly enjoying the hike, even if it did take me an hour and a half to find my way down to this viewing area. Now, Rock City was actually founded in the 1930s. It started between a husband and a wife who were just simply decorating their garden, but there's lots of very unique geology here, and especially like the rocks, they really make something special. So eventually they turn it into their very own tourist attraction. Even with the clouds here, this is still an absolutely beautiful view. Like, I have to say, this looks like something out of a movie, but I mean, all I had to do was just pay admission to get here, am I right? Behind me is what is known as Lover's Leap. There are plenty of Lover's Leaps throughout the world. That's not exactly something unique for this area. Lookout Mountain actually at one time was a very important place to the Native Americans. Lots of Native Americans lived here. And in fact, during the American Revolution, well before the Civil War, there was a major battle here for Lookout Mountain.
The Americans ultimately won the battle. Lover's Leap here is named after two of Native Americans who were married from rival tribes, and one of them they wound up being thrown off of this ledge due to their elopement. However, it is still a really beautiful place to look out and just see the valley below and all the other states below. This is generally where people go to see the 7 states at once, which is quite a breathtaking view if you could actually see over my shoulder. And something fascinating I found about Rock City is, because I know I'd heard about it before, I just didn't know exactly where I got the name from. But I realized that it's on top of all these barns, like it'll say Rock City so many miles, and I didn't realize they're the ones who really started that trend. So if you ever see any advertisements on top of a barn for Rock City, it's actually talking about this place in northern Georgia.
In Rock City's early years, the park focused on enhancing its natural wonders to attract visitors. But as time went on, they realized that they needed something new. Drawing an inspiration from the landscape's whimsical beauty, they created Fairyland Caverns. This underground exhibit features glowing fluorescent lights and handcrafted figurines imported from Germany. Each display offers a glimpse into a different story, both bright and colorful. The more recent edition, Mother Goose Village, showcases well-known fairy tales, and in case you don't recognize one, they are conveniently labeled. Lookout Mountain is truly one of the most underrated attractions of the American South. Many people pass by, but few take the time to actually explore it. From history to geology to natural beauty, there is no shortage of sights to see here. I felt so lucky to see as much as I did over the course of just a few hours. So next time you happen to be passing by through Chattanooga or down to Florida, don't be afraid to stop by. There is something for everyone here on Lookout Mountain.